Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, let me give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadash. Want to give double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule exceptionally well. They continually feed the flock with 100% truth. They do that free of charge. They uplift and they magnify the name of Yahweh and also the name of Yahushai. Let me say shalom, salutations, mercy, and blessings to all the sincere brothers that's out there that push this word with truth and with faith, striving to be a part of the hopeful elect to the very best of their ability, doing the right thing in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, also doing their part to uplift and to magnify the name of Yahweh and also the name of Yahweh Shai. And to the very few sisters that's out there that sincerely believe, to you as well, I do say shalom. My name is Thabawa Amath of Great Millstone Northwest. I wanted to come with another real quick scripture in Lashawan Qadash. I got Proverbs 19:8. Proverbs 19:8 says, He that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul. He that keepeth understanding shall find good. Okay, in the NLT it says, to acquire wisdom is to love yourself. People who cherish understanding will prosper. Okay, so gathering wisdom, knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, putting it into works, putting it into practice, okay, and living by that is something that is extremely important, extremely valuable in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right, we're in this time where individuals is just throwing their faith out, throwing their beliefs out, okay, exchanging it for the world, all right, and it shouldn't be so. But the ones that actually get wisdom, that truly get wisdom, that's proof that you love your soul, okay, as wisdom is the application of knowledge. The knowledge that we're receiving is the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the knowledge of the truth, the knowledge of the scriptures, all right, the knowledge of how to please Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and then actually putting that into application. That's wisdom, all right, which shows that you truly do understand. Let's go through this real quick. All right, we got Quanah Lab Ahab Napashwa Shamar Thabawana Lamataza Tawab. Okay, he that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul. Quanah Lab Ahab Napashwa. Okay, and then it says, he that keepeth understanding shall find good. Shamar Thabawana Lamataza Tawab. All right, so let's take a look at that. Quanah is the word for to get. Okay, the verb quanah means to get. All right, this is quanah lab. As you see, it's connected. Quanah lab. Lab is the word for mind. All right, which they're using it for wisdom. And when you actually look at this word lab, it's also a word for heart. Right, it's the mind. It's where you get the word lobe. Okay, as in the frontal lobe. Speaking of your brain, Strong's H3820 lob. Okay, the inner man, mind, will, heart, understanding, inner part, mist, all right, heart of man, the soul, mind, knowledge, think, reflection, memory, okay, so on and so forth. You get the point. Let's look at the definition real quick. All right, lob, the heart, also used figuratively very widely for the feelings, the will, and even the intellect. Likewise, for the center of anything, okay? So the lob, the mind, okay? They're using that for understanding because, I'm sorry, they're using that for the word wisdom, okay? Rather than using chakma, which is a word for wisdom, okay? Chakma means wisdom. You also have, they're using this word right here, lob, all right? Which, again, is speaking about the mind, all right? So he that getteth wisdom, meaning that you get your mind in order, you get a sound mind, so to speak. All right, loveth his own soul. The soul is going to be napash. I'm sorry, ahab for love. All right, his own soul. The word for soul is napash. This is napash wa. That wa that's on the back end of napash is for is a possessive for he or his. All right, making it his. Like if I was to say his book, the word for book is sapar. His book will be sapar, sapar wa. Okay, your book would be sapar ka. My book will be sapar ya. Okay, so for he that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul. What we have here is quanah lab ahab napashwa. Okay, the second part of that will be shamar thaba wana la mataza. Okay, and then you have tawab. La mataza tawab. Okay, shamar is what's being used for keep. All right, shamar means to keep. And then you have understanding, tabawa na. Okay, it's being used as a noun, a feminine noun, tabawa na. All right, tabawan is the word for understanding, to understand, as a verb, but this word is tabawa na, being used as a noun. Then we have la mataza tawab. La mataza means to mataza is the word for find, to find, as a verb. Okay, la mataza, to find. Okay, and then tawab means good. All right, so very forward, very straightforward scripture here. Very easy in the Lashawan Qadash, which is indeed a real language, okay, which is indeed being returned back onto us, even though there's some that don't believe. Even though they don't believe, that doesn't make our faith without effect, okay, as it says in Romans, the 3rd chapter. All right, so again, Proverbs chapter 19, verse 8, he that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul, he that keepeth understanding shall find good. Quana lab ahab napashwa shamar thabawana la mataza tawab. Okay, one more time. Quana lab ahab napashwa shamar thabawana la mataza tawab. Okay, he that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul, he that keepeth understanding shall find good. All right, until next time, I'm gonna say shalom.